Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. How are you all tonight? Okay, this is the one. Boy, is that sun in your eyes? Let me go around here, so maybe not. Okay. For those of you who don't know, we're still down at Big Cedar down on Table Rock Lake. It's where I come every year to kind of decompress after finishing a book. But I just made the introductory video for the new channel, and I'm here to let you all know about it. And I hope that you'll come over. Those of you who are interested, it's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody. The channel is for those people who really want to improve their lives. You know, when I wrote my first book, and when the first book came out, only then did I start to realize how many preppers or preparedness-minded people there were around. They came out of the woodwork. If you want to know how many preppers are out there, write a book about it. And they will come to you. And I found that, and to my surprise, I found that there was such a great disparity within the preparedness world. There were many preppers, many prepared people, I prefer that term, on the one end of the spectrum of great affluence, very affluent, and they were serious preppers. On the other end, there were people who seemed to resent anyone who had become successful. And I took a lot of shots myself. I've had a lot of people say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Look at you. You don't know what it's like to live out in, whatever. I'm not going to go there. But people who seem to take almost pride in their poverty, and for some reason or another, don't even seem to want to improve their life now because they are almost laser focused on a total collapse of the world. It's almost what they're hoping for, they're wishing for, because when that happens, it's going to support everything that they've said before. Well, as those of you know, I prepare for the end of the world because that's what my books were about, a total collapse of everything. And I've always said, prepare for an EMP and you'll be prepared for everything else. Well, during the years, since the few years that I've had this channel, and over the years that I've written the last 6 books, I've realized that not everybody really wants to improve their position. And I realized that because of the times that I've tried to give advice on how to improve positions on this channel. How many times I've tried to talk about, investing or how to improve your financial position. And I just got so many comments, snarky, very negative comments about, well, not everybody has all the money in the world and you don't know what you're talking about, And it really got old. And I removed most of those comments, not because it hurts my feelings, it doesn't. It makes me wonder why a person would want to have that negative attitude, and they must have a very unhappy life. But I removed those comments because they might tend to mislead other people who really do want to learn how to do things. When I talk about don't invest in gold, it's a stupid investment, I will get people on telling me how gold has been money for the last 5,000 years. They don't know what they're talking about, but they will mislead people, and so I just take those off. That made me realize there was a need for a different channel, because I don't seem to be able to get through to the people who really want to improve their lives, improve the quality of their lives now, while preparing for an uncertain future, without all the noise. that comes in from the people who resent the idea that anybody would try to improve their lot in life. So we're not going to be talking about that anymore on integrative preparedness. That's where I'm going to put, where I'm going to put that information from here on out is on the new channel. It's called Preparing or Prepping for Prosperity. Now, what does that mean? And I'll put the link down here, and I hope that you all, those of you who are interested in really improving your lives financially, because your financial preparedness is the foundation of all preparedness. If you're not financially strong, you can't do the things that are really going to provide for long-term successful preparedness. And I know that there are some that just, think that if you don't poop in a bucket, you're not a real preparedness person. Well, I don't, and I don't want to. What I want to do is to continue to improve my position so that my children and grandchildren will be very prepared no matter what happens, and that I'll be living a quality lifestyle in the interim. And if you've read my books, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who are kind of interested and haven't read my books, you should. You should read the Stonemont series. I lay out exactly how to go about preparing for, surviving, and living well after a total collapse. And there's too many out in the preparedness world that think that that's a pipe dream, that that's just a fantasy. I hear it all the time. Living well is a fantasy. This isn't going to happen. You know what? It all comes down to how well you have prepared. And that kind of attitude usually comes from people who won't put in the effort to really prepare, and that includes won't put in the effort to increase their incomes so that they can do better, or they don't understand it. They just can't grasp it because their current level is as high as they can see. I don't have any interest in, and I've said this before, I don't have any interest in living a primitive lifestyle. I can, and I have. And that's why I know that I don't prefer it. I prefer a lifestyle that is as civilized as can be, even though I can be as uncivil as I need to be. And I know the things to do, and I will do the things to get to that point so that my family will enjoy a good life no matter what the surrounding circumstances. So that's the reason that I've started the new channel, Prepping for Prosperity. Again, I'll put the link down there. I hope those of you who are serious and want to learn, want to hear about those, want to hear those messages, will come over and join us. I'm not going to be putting a lot out, at least at first, maybe 1 or 2 a week. I'll continue to put the things out on integrative preparedness that I have always intended to. This other channel is not in any way meant to replace integrative preparedness, but simply a place for me to put those messages on to where the noise of the naysayers won't mislead people who are really there for some advice. And I know that some of you have also prepared to the point to where your lives are of high quality, and you'll have things to share. And I look forward to that. So, for the good of the people who really want to do better, join me in that. And for those of you looking on really how to do better, how to make more money, how to use your preps to improve your life now and in the future, I look forward to seeing you over there, Prepping for Prosperity. I know that's kind of a mouthful, but I didn't know what else to call it, and it seems good enough. So we'll see you over there. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything more to prepare today. I'm going to relax. We've been out doing a couple of things. My oldest son is starting his own YouTube channel and his own things over there. He's he just gave me a thumbs up. So that's what we've done. But you know what? We have found that we can enjoy the things we do, and we pretty much enjoy all of the things that we do that make our lives better. So I'm going to go do something else to make my life better, so that I can live well today and tomorrow. You all have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.